भक्ति ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्वा आशा ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्वा आशा चक्षुदान दिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेमा भक्ति आहा होती विद्या विनाशायाते प्रेमा भक्ति आहा होती अविद्या विनाशायाते वेदे गाया चरितो वेदे गाय जहर तरीतो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु लोकेनाथ लोकेर जीवाना लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना आहा प्रभु को हृदय देह मोरे पाद छाया हे बेयास दुषुक्री भुवाना भेयास दुषुक्री भुवाना दुई पदे लैला शरणा इला प्रभुपाद पतित पावना प्रभुपाद पतित पावना जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा निताय गुर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
Premanand Jai Vishnupad Paramahans Parvrajikacharya Stotra Sat Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki, ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki, Vartaman ISKCON Guru Vrinda Ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. How good is your reading?
It's okay.
Is that okay? Yeah. Can you read your Prabhupada book? Yeah. You okay? So, Haribol, everyone, welcome to Sunday program. So, as we do every week, we're going to read from the Srila Prabhupada book. This is really important because it lets us know the struggles that Srila Prabhupada went through starting the movement. Now we take it for granted everyone knows Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, the ISKCON devotees. Then Srila Prabhupada was starting literally brand new. So just give us a second and we'll get that started.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Outside the apartment and in the storefront below, the talk was of Swamiji. No one had been disappointed. Everything Mukunda had been telling them about him was true. They particularly enjoyed how he had talked about seeing everything from Krishna's viewpoint. That night, on television, Swamiji's arrival was covered on the 11th o'clock news, and the next day it appeared in the newspapers. The examiner's story was on the page too. Swamiji invites the hippies, along with a photo of the temple filled with followers and some shots of Swamiji, who looked very grave. Swamiji had Mukunda read the article aloud. San Francisco's largest paper, the Chronicle, also ran an article, Swamiji in Hippie Land. Holy man opens SF temple. The article began, a holy man from India, described by his friend and beat poet Allen Ginsberg as one of the more conservative leaders of his faith, launched a kind of evangelistic effort yesterday in the heart of San Francisco's hippie heaven. Swamiji objected to being called conservative. He was indigent, conservative. How is that? In respect to sex and drugs, Mukunda suggested. Of course, we are conservative in that sense, Swamiji said. That simply means we are following Shastra. We cannot depart from Bhagavad Gita. But conservative we are not. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so strict that we would not even look on a woman. But we are accepting everything. We are accepting everyone into this movement, regardless of sex, caste, position, or whatever. Everyone is invited to come chant Hare Krishna. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's magnificence, his liberty. No, we are not conservative. Bhaktivedanta Swami arose from bed and turned onto the light. It was 1 a.m. Although the alarm had not sounded and no one had come to wake him, he had risen on his own. The apartment was cold and quiet. Wrapping his chadar around his shoulders, he sat quietly at his makeshift desk, a trunk filled with manuscripts, and in deep concentration chanted the Hare Krishna mantra on his beads. After an hour of chanting, Bhaktivedanta Swami turned to his writings. Although 2 years had passed since he had published a book, the third and final volume of first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, he had daily been working, sometimes on his translation and commentary of the second canto, but mostly on Bhagavad Gita. In the 1940s in India, he had written an entire the Bhagavad Gita translation and commentary, but he only copy had mysteriously disappeared. Then in 1965, after a few months in Africa, he had again, then in 1965, after a few months in America, he had begun again, starting with the introduction, which he had composed in his room on 72nd Street in New York. Now thousands of manuscript pages filled his trunk, completing his Bhagavad Gita. If his New York disciple Haikriva, formerly an English professor, could edit it, and if some of other disciples could get it published, that would be an important achievement. But publishing books in America seemed difficult, more difficult than in India. Even though in India he had been alone, he had managed to publish 3 volumes in 3 years. Here in America, he had many followers, but many followers meant increased responsibilities, and none of his followers as yet seemed seriously inclined to take up typing, editing, and dealing with American businessmen. Yet, despite the dim prospects for publishing his Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktivedanta Swami had begun translating another book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the principal Vaishnava scripture on the life and teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Putting on his reading glasses, Swamiji opened his books and turned on the dictating machine. He studied the Bengali and Sanskrit texts, then picked up the microphone, flicked the switch to record, flashing on a small red light, and began speaking. While the Lord was going, chanting and dancing, he spoke no more than a phrase at a time, flicking the switch, pausing, and then dictating again. Thousands of people were following him, and some of them were laughing, some were dancing, and some singing, and some of them were falling on the ground offering obeisances to the Lord. Speaking and pausing, clicking the switch on and off, he would sit straight, sometimes gently rocking and nodding his head as he argued forward his words. Or he would bend low over his books, carefully studying them through his reading glasses. An hour passed, and Swamiji walked on. The building was dark except for Swamiji's lamp and quiet except for sounds of his voice and the click and hum of the dictating machine. He wore a faded peach turtleneck jersey beneath his grey cool chadar, and since he had just risen from bed, his saffron dhoti was wrinkled. Without having washed his face and gone to the bathroom, he sat absorbed in his work. At least for these few rare hours, the street and Radha Krishna temple were quiet. This situation at night, with the surroundings quiet and him at his transcendental literature work, was not much different from his early morning hours in his room at the Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan, India. There, of course, he had no dictating machine, but he had worked during the same hours and from the same text, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Once he had began a verse by verse translation with commentary, and another time he had written essays on the text. Now, having just arrived in this corner of the world, no so remote from the senses of Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, he was beginning the first chapter of a new English version of Chaitanya Charitamrita. He called it Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. He was following what had become a vital routine in his life, rising early and writing the Parampara message of Krishna consciousness, putting aside all other considerations, disregarding present circumstances, he would merge into the timeless message of transcendental knowledge. This was his most important service to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. The thought of producing more books and distributing them widely inspired him to rise every night and translate. Bhaktivedanta Swami worked until dawn. Then he stopped and prepared himself to go down to the temple for the morning meeting. Though some of the New York disciples had objected, Swamiji was still scheduled for the mantra rock dance at the Avalon ballroom. It wasn't proper, they had said, for the devotees out in San Francisco to ask their spiritual master to go to such a place. It would mean amplified guitars, pounding drums, wild night shows, and hundreds of drugged hippies. How could his pure message be heard in such a place? But in San Francisco, Mukunda and others had been working on the mantra rock dance for months. It would draw thousands of young people, and the San Francisco Radha Krishna temple stood to make thousands of dollars. So, although among his New York disciples, Swamiji had expressed uncertainty, he now said nothing to deter the enthusiasm of his San Francisco followers. Sam Cipristra, Mukunda's friend and one of the Mantra Rock organizers, explained the idea to Hayagriva, who had just arrived from New York. There is a whole new school of San Francisco music opening up. The Grateful Dead had already cut their first record. Their offer to do this dance is a great publicity boost just when we need it. But Swamiji says that even Ravi Shankar is Maya, Hayagriva said. Oh, it's all been arranged, Sam assured him. All the bands will be outstage, and Allen Ginsberg will introduce Swamiji to San Francisco. Swamiji will talk and then chant Hare Krishna with the bands joining in. Then he leaves. There should be around 4,000 people there. Bhaktivedanta Swami knew he would not compromise comprise himself. He would go chant and then leave. The important thing was to spread the chanting of Hare Krishna. If thousands of young people gathering to hear rock music could be engaged in hearing and chanting the names of God, then what was the harm? As a preacher, Bhaktivedanta Swami was prepared to go anywhere to spread Krishna consciousness. Since chanting Hare Krishna was absolute, one who heard or chanted the names of Krishna, anyone, anywhere, in any condition, could be saved from falling to the lower species in next life. These young hippies wanted something spiritual, but they had no direction. They were confused, accepting hallucinations, hallucin- hallo- hallucinations as spiritual visions. But they were seeking genuine spiritual life, just like many of young people on the Lower East Side. Bhaktivedanta Swami decided he would go. His disciple wanted him to, and he was their servant and the servant of Lord Chaitanya. Mukunda, Sam, and Harvey Sohan had already met with rock entrepreneur Chet Helms, who had agreed that they could use his Avalon ballroom and that if they could get the bands to come, everything above the cost for the groups, the security, and few other basics would go as profit for the San Francisco Radha Krishna temple. Mukunda and Sam had then gone calling on the music groups, most of whom lived in the Bay Area, and one after another, the exciting new San Francisco rock bands, the Grateful Dead, Moby Grape, Big Brother, and the Holding Company, Jefferson Airplane, Quicksilver Messenger Service had agreed to appear with Swami Bhaktivedanta for the minimum wage of $250 per group. And Allen Ginsberg had agreed. The lineup was complete. On the night of the Mantra Rock dance, people lined up all the way down the street and around the block, waiting for the ticket at $250 apiece. Attendance would be good, a capacity crowd, and most of the local luminaries were coming. LSD pioneer Timothy Leslie arrived and was given a special seat on stage. Swami Kirtanananda came carrying a tambura. A man wearing a top hat and a suit with a silk sash that said San Francisco arrived, claiming to be the mayor. At the door, Mukunda stopped a respectably dressed young man who did not have a ticket. But then someone tapped Mukunda on the shoulder, let him in. It's all right. He is Hosley. Mukunda apologized and submitted, allowing Augustus Hosley Stanley II, folk hero and famous synthesizer of LSD, to enter without a ticket. Almost everyone who came wore bright and unusual costumes, tribal robes, Mexican ponchos, Indian kurtas, god eyes, feathers, and beads. Some hippies brought their own flutes, lutes, grounds, drums, rustlers, horns, and guitars. The Hells Angels, dirty haired, wearing jeans, boots, and denim jackets, and accompanied by their women, made their entrance and carrying chains, smoking cigarettes, and displaying their regalia of German helmets, emblems, and so on. Everything but their motorcycles, which they had parked outside. Jai Ho, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
singing? Haribol. Prem Prakash Prabhu, can you put Nachere Nitai on the screen?
Haribol, Hare Krishna.
Work out your chords first before you start.
Shri Satyanandana Tai Chand ki jai. Nache re nitai, Gaura Duja Maniya.
Nache re nitai, Gaura Duja Maniya.
Bala ধনিয়া ভরিল হরি ধনিয়া নাচে রে নিতাই গৌরা দুইটা মনিয়া নাচে
চোরে নিতাই গৌরা দুইটা মনিয়া
চন্দন চর্চিত গায় বাবু বিন্দু বিন্দু তাই
চন্দন চরিত গায়ে পাগু বিন্দু বিন্দু
চন্দন চর্চিত গায় বাবু বিন্দু বিন্দু তাই
চন্দন চরিত গায়ে পাগু বিন্দু বিন্দু
গানমালা দোলে ভালো বলিয়া
বনমালা ডোলে ভালো বলিয়া
নাচে রে নিতাই গৌরা দুইটা মনিয়া
নাচরে নাচরে নিতাই গৌরা দুইটা মনিয়া
গালে সুপ্রায়ু পবিতা রূপ কোটি কাম জিতা
গলে শুভ্র উপাবিতা রূপ কোটি কামজিতা
গালে শুভ্র উপবিতা রূপ কোটি কাম জিতা
গলে শুভ্র উপাবিতা রূপ কোটি কামজিতা
চরণ নুপুরা রন রনিয়া
চরণে দুপুর রনিয়া
নাচে রে নিতাই গৌরা দুইটা মনিয়া নাচে রে দুই ভাই নাচে যায় সহচর গান গায়
দুই পায় নাচি যায় সহচর গণ গায়
দুই ভাই নাচে যায় সহচর গান গায়
দুই পায় নাচি যায় সহচর গণ গায়
গদাধর অঙ্গে পরে ধুলিয়া
গদাধর অঙ্গে পরে ধুলিয়া
Say Vrindavana, hey Nadia. Say Vrindavana, hey Nadia. Nache re nitai Gaura Dvija Maniya.
Nache re nitai Gaura Dvija Maniya.
Bihare Ganga Tire Se Dhire Samire.
Bihare Ganga Tire Saidira Samire.
Bihare Ganga Tire Se Dhira Samire.
Bihare Ganga Tire Saidira Samire.
Vrindavana dasa kohe janiya.
Vrindavana daso kohe janiya.
Nache re nitai Gaura Dvija Maniya.
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 Sijnanandai Chanda
Ki jai ho.
I think we can go around reading the translation. It's a very beautiful bhajan written by Vrindavan Das Thakur. So, do you want to
Translation.
translation?
I can't. Put it on the screen, please.
Pass it around.
Translation on the screen. I think up a bit. Yeah, okay. Number 1. Nitai and Gora Gunamani are dancing with beloved Gadadhar on their left and Shrivas and Advaita on the right, while their associates defeat the stars that surround the Gora moon.
The mardangas and kartals are played and sweet songs are sung. The sky is filled with the chanting of Harinam.
His body is anointed with sandal paste and drops of holy juice, and the forest flower garland dangles nicely across his chest.
A white Brahmin thread hangs across his neck. His form defeats millions of cupids, and ankle bells jingle on his feet.
The two brothers are dancing and their associates sing while Gadadhar's body is pelted with powder.
Now the Lord re-manifests his previous joyful Vrindavan pastimes in Nadia.
Now he enjoys on the bank of Ganga, just like Vrindavan's Tira, Samira Kunja. Vrindavan Das tells you, for he knows it.
Yeah.
So Jai Ho, everybody raise your hand. Bolo Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Raise your hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So warm welcome to everyone. Yesterday we had Dussehra Mahotsav, and it was absolutely beautiful, deep, really nice, spiritual. And then we decided we'll continue with the glories of the Ramayana. And we are religious, we say we are Hindus, and we go to temple, we do all that, but we don't know the philosophy, we don't know the Siddhanta, and we don't know wear tilaks and stuff like that, but we're Hindus. And then other people convert us and we complain, they're converting us. Well, they're not working hard. You don't know anything about your religion. So it's easy. A plain paper, you can write anything on it, But it's good that people are coming now, and there's so much on the internet, online you can read. And yesterday one devotee came, he'll come today as well from Aston. And he loved it. He goes, Sadhu Sangh is so important. And I think Pranma took him towards the end because it's a bit of a ride. And he enjoyed it because I really enjoyed it. And we were discussing the parts of, Vidya Prabhu looked at the parts of the Ramayana, and then Guru Seva spoke from what he's read before. So we're really going to dive into the Ramayana, and don't think it's historical only. Actually, Lord Ram is going to change you from inside. His Leela does that. That's why the Lord comes here. It's not just to establish, look, I can do this as well. He does it all the time. So when you hear his Leela, Shravanam, and then things start to happen, it's called Anartha Nivriti. Any anarthas, any wild dreams you have to be this and that, Ramayana and Mahabharata sorts it out, saying the best people suffered. They had everything, they had to give it up. But we think, no, it's the times have changed. I can have the same things, it'll be different. It never is. And we've seen recently in the newspaper how rich people, famous people, they're all discovering they're characterless. That's almost like Ravana again, isn't it? And we thought highly of them because they're powerful, they're all that. But Ramayana repeats. So yesterday we wanted to be here, so our anarthas in our hearts are destroyed by Lord Ram and Hanumanji and others. So today we'll continue with that, and also in preparation of Kartik coming soon. I'm told 17th is Sharad Purnima, and Vidya Prabhu is saying some people start from the Ekadashi and some start from like Purnamashi. So we'll be having late night Kirtans on Sharad Purnima. We always enjoy that. And on Diwali, which is on the 1st of November here in Leicester in the street, they're doing it on 31st. And we are having a drama, and the children are preparing that drama, so they'll be there. And also Govind, what's he called? GKD. So he's coming, and so I've told him you've got to be here for Diwali. So on Diwali he'll be here. He's a very incredible character. And he's going to go to the manor first, then come here and stay in Midlands. So we'll be supporting him. So Diwali is going to be pretty good. And now today we have something special. Because it's Ekadashi, the cafe has prepared Ekadashi preparations. Ekadashi pizza. What else? Yeah. They were busy yesterday in the kitchen preparing it all.
We were busy yesterday for about 5 hours creating Ekadashi pizzas for everyone. So we've not for free, of course. Not for free, of course. The cafe is there to support the temple. So also we're doing loaded fries for the first time as well. So it's like chips with like pizza sauce on top and cheese and peppers and olives. So Ekadashi. Because it's Ekadashi pizza sauce. And so we've got that today. So the next 2 Ekadashis will be on a Sunday. So in order to help you with your Ekadashi, please purchase from the cafe.
All right. So there you are, all those who are dedicated cafe fans. Please put your orders and all that so they can be, the pizza can be prepared. And tomorrow we've been invited to Reading, and Pundik Maharaj was here the other day. And so some of us are going there. And they are having a Ekadashi tomorrow. So maybe you can take your Ekadashi.
All right. Okay. So there you go. We are sort of cafes outreach. Yeah, it's waiting to. No, it's not because of that. Radha Ramana are having their Ekadashi tomorrow. Yeah, it is. It's all. These days. I mean, we are real. Everybody's on Tithi. What's the Tithi? What's to do with the moon? Whereas before it was just one, and everybody's happy. Now it's confusion. Okay. So now, Kirtan.
Hari Hari, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Oh Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Oh Jaya Nitai Chan, Jaya Jaya Nitai Chan.
Jaya Nitai Chan, Jaya Jaya Nitai Chan.
Nitai Sachi Sutta, Jaya Nitai Sachi Sutta. Sachi Sutta, Jaya Nitai. Oh Nitai Sachi Sutta, Jaya Nitai Sachi Sutta. Jaya Jagannath Swami, Jaya Jagannath.
Jaya Jagannath Swami, Jaya Jagannath.
Jaya Baladev, Jaya Jaya Subhadra.
Jaya Baladeva, Jaya
Jaya
Subhadra.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Very nice. Jai. So everybody raise your hand. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So warm welcome to today's cold evening, and so nice to see you all. Children don't know what they're doing, so we should put this guard on anyway. It's not the first time, few times. Children see them as toys, so it's okay. So no problem. Hope you didn't mind. It's a natural reaction. Actually, what happens is if he's not clean, he gets the reaction. Because my son, when he was young, he did that, and later on he had a problem. So one Jyotish said that he has touched a deity when he wasn't clean. And since then I've realized it's not the deities, it's the person who touches. But the children don't know, so that's okay. Okay, so what's the...
I think we got one more Kirtan, then Gerard Madhav.
Yeah, I think your class is going to be a good one, so I think 6:15.
Well, I'll do Gerard Madhav from 6 to 6:15, then 45 minutes.
Who's going to sing now?
I think Rajiv probably getting him.
Raj.
I think then you might want to.
Somebody's going to get him? Okay, cheers, thank you. So today is Ekadashi, and like we have the cafe open, and we made special Ekadashi pizzas, and there's this chips as well, which are all Ekadashi Prasad. Here also will be Ekadashi Prasad. And people should try to keep Ekadashi, because Ekadashi burns all your previous karma. And it is said that those who don't do the Ekadashi, whatever karma is released from all those who are keeping Ekadashi goes to those who are not keeping Ekadashi. Because the Lord is not going to take it, He's just going to transfer it. So, yeah, I read that. They said all those who don't keep it, they get it from the others. And also, we shouldn't really offer grains. Those who are keeping Ekadashi shouldn't offer grains to others. So that's become another situation, And religion is, it's easy as well, but it has got its trappings, and that you got to have do's and don'ts. Otherwise, dharma, whatever you feel like you do, that's not dharma. That is karma. And then you got to pay for it. So we waited for you. Jai Shri Radhe.
श्री राधा रमन लाल की जय, राधा वल्लभ लाल की जय, बुलबांके लाल की जय, समस्त ब्रजधाम की जय। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
I go.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Jai Gaur.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Radhe 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 Bolo Radhe 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 Radhe
Radhe Radhe,
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe,
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hey.
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada,
Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev,
Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam Mithai Gaur Premanande.
Yeah, big round of applause. Jai. So everybody bolo Hari Bol. So now this is the season when it gets cold, but that's when we have Diwali as well, and Kartik, and all sorts of festivals to energize us for the year. Because otherwise, in winter, if you don't do festivals, I mean, even Christmas is during winter, to cheer you up. Otherwise, people get miserable. I know people, when it gets winter, they get actually, depressed. Yeah? Okay, a disorder of some kind. So now today we come to the class, and before the class we'll sing Jai Radha Madhava. Although we're singing Jai Radha Madhava, but the class is about Lord Ram. And there is no difference between Lord Ram and Lord Krishna. It's only when you're relating to the Supreme Lord, depending on your bhav. And Lord Ram is ideal king, ideal son, ideal father, ideal husband, all sorts of beautiful ideals we should follow. But for Krishna, Krishna, we must worship Krishna, don't copy him. You can follow Lord Ram, but Krishna, you just worship him and love him from your heart. So today is all about, and then Guru Sevak will be taking the class, and please, he's prepared for it, and I'm thinking we're going to get some incredible points made today. And then afterwards there'll be an arti, and then prasadam. Jai.
Hari Bol, 1, 2. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari
Gopi Janavallabha Jayo Giridharadari Jayo Giridharadari Jashodanandana Vrajajanaranja Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranja Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranja Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranja Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranja Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranja Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranja Yamuna Tiro Vanadari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tiro Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Ganya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Ganya Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Oh,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Oh,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jayo Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radhe.
Jayo Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radhe.
Jayo Gauranitai, 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 Jayo Gauranitai,
Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai.
Jayo Jayo Prabhupada,
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 Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada,
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jayo Jayo Gurudev,
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 Gurudev, Jai Jai Gurudev,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Nitai Gora Haribol,
Nitai Gaur,
Haribol,
Nitai Gaur,
Haribol, Nitai Gaur Haribol,
Nitai Gaur, Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaur, Haribol.
Oh Haribol, 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 Haribol,
Haribol, Haribol, Haribol, Haribol.
Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur,
Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur.
Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur,
Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Come on, round of applause for that. That's really good. Yeah. I think you should.
Half of us were in space.
No,
The other
don't.
half were.
I think you should be banned from. You make it too good. Yeah. Round of applause for all the musicians. I think they really try hard. Yeah.
Sorry?
The radio mics, the reverb is way too high, so we couldn't actually hear you. We were hearing just your reverb through there. So we need to sort it out because you couldn't hear the models singing, but the reverb was coming through. That's why it was sounding like very we couldn't. It sounded great. Yeah, the mix. Can you pass my iPad, please? Good guys. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Lord Ram's Dhanush broke. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadara, Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Hari Bol, everyone. Welcome to Sunday program. So, today we'll be talking about the battle between Ram and Ravan. And this is a very, I enjoy this topic very much because nowadays it's become very popular in cinemas to watch superhero movies. These are all obviously fictional, but I've always thought, had some director actually wanted to properly make Ramayana using Hollywood effects, it would literally be the best action movie by far, because there's so much detail in Valmiki Ramayana and in Tulsidas Ramayana, Ramcharitmanas as well, that it makes for incredible reading. And today I did a lot of research for the class, and I was reading in the scriptures, and it was so amazing. You felt immersed in there. And one thing I think that above all that I observed while I was doing my research was that Ravan himself was pretty incredible. Even just him on his own, very, very powerful, extremely powerful, in fact. So, you know the history. So Ravan's father was Vishrava, his mother was Kaikashi, and Vishrava is the son of Pulastya Muni, who's one of the Saptarishis in the original Manvantar. The first Swayambhavu Manvantar, Pulastya Muni is one of the Saptarishis in there. And his son was Vishrava. Now, there was a demon, I think, called Balomi that used to live in Lanka. Now, he got ousted from Lanka. So he wanted that his daughter, Kaikashi, gets very powerful grandchildren. So he decided to marry her, who's a demoness, to Vishrava. And they had 3 children. And they turned out to be incredibly powerful. So Ravan, Kumbhakaran, and Vibhishan. Now this is amazing. So I was reading that the 3 brothers themselves did a lot of tapasya. So for 10,000 years, they went on top of a mountain and did tapasya to please Lord Brahma. When Lord Brahma appeared, Ravan asked for immortality. And Brahma said, no, I can't give you that. I'm not even immortal. So then he asked that he not be able to be defeated by anyone except humans or monkeys, because he considered them to be insignificant. Kumbhakaran went to ask for Indra Asan. The demigods knew this, so they sent Saraswati Mata to sit on his tongue, and he asked for Nidra Asan instead. And before he could correct himself, Lord Brahma said Tathastu. And that was it. He was like, oh my God, what can I do? I've asked to sleep the whole time. Can you imagine all the time sleeping? Just ask some of the students, they sleep all the time. I did a university program a couple of weeks ago, and I asked them for a description of what they would do during their day. And many of them was like, I sleep for 9 hours, I sleep for 10 hours. And at the end, I was like, okay, I'll congratulate you on one thing. You guys are getting your sleep in. Well done. Wait till you go into the working world. Or you get married. That's not going to happen. Okay, so at least get your sleep in now while you can. So Kumbhakaran was so distressed. Lord Brahma said, okay, I'll give you some respite. Every 6 months, you can wake up for 1 day. And so he'd just go to sleep, and then for 6 months he'd be asleep. So Ravan himself, because he asked for immortality, Brahma said, I can't give it to you. Now check this out. Vibhishan asked for righteousness. And what did Lord Brahma grant him? Immortality. Immortality. He's one of the Chiranjeevs. Vibhishan is. So Ravan wanted
immortality, and Lord Brahma saw this guy is nonsense. He gets immortality, that's unlimited suffering for the rest of the... So he didn't give it to him. Whereas Vibhishan asked for righteousness, and he gave him immortality. So Vibhishan is here even now. He's here, still here. Jagannath Puri Temple, they've had visits from Vibhishan. So Vibhishan himself is incredible. People don't see him as a fighter. I'll describe to you later when Vibhishan actually fought in the war. It's incredible. He was really good. So they all received their boons, and Ravan decided, I'm going to go around and challenge everyone. Because they like to measure their strength. It's like a fighter. If you're very good at a particular thing, you want to show that thing. And you want to show it in comparison to your peers. So imagine if you're a fighter, there was no UFC then. There was no like boxing rings or anything where people would come to compete. So they would just go and fight. So Ravan went around everywhere fighting everyone. So even between the demons, he would go around and try to conquer. And it said that Sanat Kumar was talking to Ravan about the glories of Vaikuntha. So what did Ravan do? Decided he wanted to go and conquer Vaikuntha. So he went up there, and some of the small citizens of them were so much of a match for Ravan, he abandoned the idea and just left. He just thought, oh, this is too much for me. And then he said Ravan went to conquer Bali because he realized Bali Maharaj was great. And he said he went to the kids found him, the small children like Gurangi Arya's age. They found Ravan, they tied him up, and with sticks they were beating him. And Bali Maharaj came because, what are you guys doing? He goes, release him, it's fine. So Ravan ran away from there thinking, oh God, these guys are too powerful. Because think about it, Ravan would have heard stories about Bali Maharaj, about Narsingadev, about Hiranyaksh. For entities like Ravan and Kumbhakaran, who were Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu, they would have grown up hearing stories about the powerful demons of the past. So they wanted to see, well, I think I can measure myself against them too. So Ravan, again, I mentioned yesterday, I'll mention it briefly today. Kartavirya Arjun, do you know Ravan himself had 20 arms? 20 arms with 10 heads. And it said that Ravan was going around everywhere, and in his path came Kailash Parvat, and he thought, what's this mountain here? So he lifted it to move it out of the way. He just lifted it to move it out of the way. You know, you see like when you go in the motorway and you see, oh my God, there's a motorway going through a mountain. So it's not inconceivable to think when someone's on their travels and they see a huge mountain, oh, I can't be bothered to go up this. I'll just get rid of the mountain. So he lifted the mountain up with 2 hands, not realizing Lord Shivji's on the top of it. Because he was, at this point, only worshipping Lord Brahma. So Lord Shivji was on top of it with Parvati. Who is this? So with Lord Shivji's toe, he pressed down, and it crushed Ravan's arms. And it said for 1,000 years, Ravan had his arms crushed by Lord Shiva, and he started crying. And this crying was called Ravan. And he said because he had 10 heads, he actually cut off 2 of his heads, took the tendons out of a few of his arms, and created a veena out of it. And he was worshipping Lord Shiva as he was being crushed. So with some of his arms, he was playing this veena, and the Shiv Tandav Stotra is the most famous prayer for Lord Shiva. Still, is written by Ravan. So Lord Shiva, and you know what else he was doing? He was actually doing a sacrifice, a fire sacrifice, and cutting his heads and offering it into the fire. And Angad, when he came to see Ravan and challenge him, there's a whole story on that, I'll get to it, it's brilliant. Ravan, when he's offering these heads into the fire, as they were bursting into flames and burning, on the forehead of those heads, Brahmadev's prophecy came, you will be killed by a mortal man. Ravan saw this. He saw that on the foreheads of his heads that he'd been offering, this thing came, you will be killed by a mortal man. And Ravan said he laughed at this. And check this out. This is how arrogant Ravan was. He said, Brahma is old and senile. He's been there for many years. What does he know? Even though he saw the prophecy of Lord Brahma, he just laughed it off. This is how arrogant Ravan was. Very, very arrogant.
So he's being crushed by Lord Shiva. He's offering these heads. And he said every head that he offered, Lord Shiva gave him a boon that millions of heads will be given to you in its place. Millions per head. So he offered like all 10 heads. As he was going to give the last one, Lord Shivaji said, okay, fine. He took his foot off and he was able to move it. So he just didn't kill himself totally. So this comes into play later, you'll see, when he's actually fighting Lord Ram. So Ravan was going around trying to conquer every single strong person that he could. Many of the demons he conquered, many of them. And one of them, he was fighting them for 1,000 years. Lord Brahma had to come and say, can you stop? Because you're just fighting all the time. It's creating havoc in the universe. And that demon taught Ravan mystic arts. So Ravan didn't know how to do all the magical arts before that. This particular demon taught it to Ravan. And this allowed him to duplicate himself into many different personalities. And Lord Brahma also gave him a boon to be able to change his form at will. That's how, when he went to see Sita Mata, he didn't roll up looking like Ravan with 10 heads and all that. He was able to change form at will. So he made himself look like a Brahman. So Ravan was given these different powers at different points in time. So Ravan had conquered all the directions. He'd conquered all of the demigods, and the demigods were very afraid of him. At one point during the battle, the demigods, he saw that they were helping Lord Ram. Ravan stopped the battle and ran after the demigods, and the demigods ran away because they were like, well, we can't face this guy. So Ravan was very, very powerful. So everyone knows the story. Ravan learns from Shrupanaka that Sita Mata is very beautiful. And Ravan was a lusty fellow, and as Guru Maharaj would say, and a lusty donkey. And he was going around and getting so many women and just kidnapping them. But he himself was exceptionally handsome. So many of them wanted to actually marry him. It's said that there were a whole bunch of apsaras, and these are heavenly damsels. So their beauty is incomparable, who were doing tapasya behind Lanka so that Ravan becomes their husband. That's how beautiful he was, how handsome Ravan was. But his still desires weren't checked. So that's why when Shrupanaka, when she went to try and get Lord Ram, and her nose was cut and her ears were cut, she planted this seed that I've seen all of the wives that you have, Sita far excels all of them. So Ravan never actually saw Sita. Well, he did see her once at the Swayamvar, but likelihood she would have probably been covered and stuff. So he had seen her then, and this was reminded to him by many people. Mandodari actually said, when the eve of battle was there, he said, you keep saying that this Ram is just a mendicant, just a prince. He goes, you were there at Sita Swayamvar when Lord Ram lifted the bow that you couldn't lift. You've seen how strong he is. Why do you keep saying he's a mendicant? He did feats you can't do. But like I said, Ravan was taking his strength based on not just himself, his son Meghanath, Kumbhakaran, because he was absolutely giant, and a lot of his uncles. Actually, many of the generals were actually his uncles. Prahasta, Akampan, all of these ones, they were all his uncles. And then he had some of his sons also who were very powerful, like Meghanath and others, Prahasta and others. So, Sita Mata's kidnapped by Ravan, you know this. Lord Ram builds a bridge across the ocean to come and actually get Sita Mata back. So, like Vidura Prabhu said, they went to the encamped in Lanka, Vibhishan has joined them. They go up and Sugriv has the fight with Ravan. Then they decide to send Angad in. Now, Angad is brilliant, and I rate him so much because he was in the prime of youth, Angad was. And he knew it, and he knew he's the son of Vali, who was incredibly powerful and already subdued Ravan. And this is funny, when you hear it a little bit later, when he mentions to Ravan this, it's hilarious. So Angad jumped into Lanka, and Lanka is like a fort. You know, you see sometimes in these Lord of the Rings movies and all that kind of stuff, the city is designed like a huge fort because they didn't have they had arrows and all that kind of stuff, but these forts would have been impenetrable. They would have had so many different kind of fortifications, mystic fortifications as well. And he said Angad easily jumped into Lanka. And all the Lankavasis, because Hanumanji had just come very shortly before that, they all started to run here and they said, oh my God, that monkey's back. They didn't know. They just thought, oh, because Hanumanji again, that's come. And they're running here, there, and everywhere. And on the way to meet Ravan, Angad meets Prahast, who's Ravan's son, who's also the same age as Angad. So he thinks, yeah, I'm really strong. Angad's like, yeah, I'm really strong. So they start to fight each other right there and then. And it's said, I always used to wonder, right, in the Valmiki Ramayana, it says that the monkeys fought with mountain peaks and like mountains and trees and all that kind of stuff. And I was just thinking, I was like, how are they gonna like kill all of these demons just with, have you run out of mountains, surely? Like after a little while, there's no mountains left, no trees left. And the descriptions that I read today were amazing actually how they described. Many of the demons were killed because the monkeys were so agile, they would quickly go round, grab the demons by the legs and the feet, swing them and smash them on the floor and just kill them like that because they were so strong and so agile. And Angad grabbed Prahast by the feet and smashed him against a rock and killed him. And then just carried on to the thing. And the attendants of Ravan thought, oh my God, that's another son dead. Hanumanji came first, killed one of his sons. Angad has come and killed another one. So they didn't even tell Ravan. Angad just made his way into the assembly hall. So he goes and stands there and Ravan's like, who are you? Why have you come? And Angad's like, I haven't come here like Hanuman. I've come with a message for you. Wake up. Give Sita back to Lord Ram. And he starts giving him a lot of shiksha. And one amazing thing about Ravan, he was so amazing in all the Vedas and all that kind of stuff himself. What is his one lacking quality? Anyone know? What's the one thing that he was really terrible at? Taking direction. Being humble. He assumed he has the most knowledge. He's the most vidvan. He didn't want to hear anything from anyone. Whether it's senior, junior, whatever it is, he just didn't want to hear it. What is the one qualification in spiritual life that we have to be first? Willing to hear. And not just hear what we want to hear. People have amazing, in spiritual life now, it's because of the proliferation of information, people have selective hearing what they want to hear. Well, I like this bit, so I'm going to hear that, and I'm going to pretend I didn't hear the other bit. And taking direction. Nobody wants to listen to anyone else tell them anything. Ravan was exactly the same. Everyone was telling him. Angad literally said to him, he goes, look, what are you doing? You're playing with fire. I've seen you got so many queens. Why do you need another one? He goes, you're messing with someone who is so powerful, he killed Vali with a single arrow. And Angad said to him, if I tell you the name of my father, you will shake in your seat. And Ravan was like, yeah, okay, fine. Little monkey, who's your father? And Angad goes, my father's name is Vali. And then Ravan, it said, he became uneasy in his seat like this and went, yeah, I've heard of a monkey called Vali. And then Angad said to him, he goes, and then Ravan starts saying, he goes, fine, you're related to Vali. He goes, why have you joined the party of your father's killer? Don't you feel any shame? He goes, you should be ashamed of yourself joining. He goes, me and your father had a friendship. Why don't you come here? I'll avenge his death. And Angad's like, no, don't worry about that. He goes, you are your father's murderer because you sided with the person that killed him. And Angad said, yes. He goes, you want to know how my father is? You'll see him in 10 days. You can ask him yourself. Honestly, it's in there. He goes, you'll see him in 10 days. You can ask him how he is. The fight only lasted for 10 days. And then Ravan said, he goes, I know your army. I've seen it.
He goes, Sugriv is very weak. I've already fought him. Jambavan is very old. What's he going to do? He can't fight. Nil and Neel are great architects, but how can they fight on the battlefield? He goes, then you just got Ram and Lakshman. He goes, what's your monkey army going to do against my brave warriors? And check this out. Angad said, he goes, you've seen the prowess of one of our monkeys already, Hanuman. He goes, he's the smallest warrior in our army. He's a servant of some of the other larger warriors. He goes, he is the least powerful one. We've got so many more powerful than that. And what do you call it? Ravan was berating him so much. And he said, Angad eventually said, he goes, which Ravan are you? He goes, you're boasting about you're the Ravan that carried Kailash Parvat in your hands. You offered your heads to Lord Shiva. And he goes, I'll say this. He goes, Angad said, listen, O dull-witted fool, do not brag anymore. Can anyone become a hero by cutting off his own heads? He goes, who can become a hero by cutting off his own heads? He goes, no one regards a magician as a hero, even if he slices his entire body to pieces with his hands. He goes, why would you keep bragging about this? He goes, I've heard of a Ravan that went to try and fight King Bali and got tied up. He goes, I also heard of a Ravan that tried to challenge Kartavirya Arjun and kept him there like a plaything for his children. And he goes, and he said, it's actually written there in the scriptures, it said, and I'm embarrassed to say, I've also heard of a Ravan that Vali kept under his armpit for 6 months while doing his puja. He goes, I'm embarrassed to say that. I've heard of this Ravan too. He goes, which of these Ravans are you? And Ravan immediately said, he goes, what do you call it? I am that Ravan who pleased Lord Shiva offering his heads. And that's where it's mentioned in the scriptures. Ravan saw that prophecy. So Angad became so angry at one point because Ravana provoked and said something about Lord Ram. He spoke denigratingly to Lord Ram, about Lord Ram. And like monkeys do, have you seen monkeys in the pen? Sometimes they'll smack the floor with both hands, okay? So Angad did this. He got so angry, he roared, and he slammed the ground with both hands. And it said, everyone sitting on the seats fell off their seats and jumped, because they were mystics, so they jumped into the air. Ravan went like this. His crowns all fell off, and 4 of those crowns landed near Angad. Angad picked up those crowns and immediately threw them to Lord Ram. And he said the monkeys saw these 4 things coming, looked like meteorites. And they all became afraid, oh my God, the demons are attacking, the demons are attacking. And Lord Ram said, don't worry. He goes, my devotee is showing his prowess. And the 4, and it's really wonderful what Angad said, what these 4 was. So I'll just quickly jump to that and then jump back. So Lord Ram said to Angad when he got back, he goes, you tossed 4 of his crowns towards me. Tell me, son, how were you able to lay your hands on them? Angad replied, listen, O omniscient Lord, the delighter of the supplicant, there were not crowns, but the 4 virtues of a king, Sham, Dan, Dand, and Beard, which reside in the heart of a king, as mentioned in the Vedas. Sham, or a conciliation, is a strategy involving diplomacy or persuasion. Dan, or gift, is a reward involving offering gifts, incentives. Dand, or punishment, is a strategy employing the use of force to achieve objectives. Bhed, or division, or showing discord, is a tactic involving creating divisions. And he said, these are the 4 pillars of righteousness. Remembering this in their hearts, they have automatically come to their Lord. So he didn't even take credit for picking those crowns up and throwing it. Then Angad became so angry with all the demons there. And Ravan at this point was, before it, he goes, kill this monkey. And Angad goes, wait. He goes, I can destroy you at will, but Lord Ram hasn't given this permission. But I will tell you one thing. I will plant my foot here, and anyone moves it, I personally, as Angad, will not take part in the battle. He goes, but Lord Ram's going to kill you anyway, but I'm just letting you know, if you move my foot, I won't take part.
So he plants his foot with such ferocity, everyone shakes. And then the demon's thinking, right, let's get this guy. All one by one, they're coming down. No one can even move it a little bit. And then Meghanath comes, who's the most strongest. He can't move it at all. When Ravan comes there, as he goes to touch his feet, Angad moves his foot from there and goes, why are you touching my feet? You get nothing from that. Go and touch Lord Ram's feet. And he said, Ravan went and sat on his throne, depressed. He sat there like this, just like. And he said for many minutes, Angad gave him good instruction, but Ravan was so depressed, he couldn't even listen to the instruction. And Angad just left after that. Can you believe this? All of the warriors which Ravan was depending on couldn't move the foot of Angad. Again and again, Ravan is being told, your forces are no match. And it said that after Angad came back and Lord Ram met him, the battle started. And it said all the monkeys actually went towards Lanka and started climbing over the fort. And the demons came out to see what was happening, and they were afraid of the monkeys because they were huge. They weren't like the little cute monkeys you see in Vrindavan. Well, we're scared of them anyway. Well, I am, but personally, I carry a little monkey stick. But not these little cute ones. If anyone's ever seen like a gorilla in the zoo, imagine like way, way bigger than that and scarier. And they said these monkeys were all different colors. They were all super ferocious. And when they jumped into Lanka, they were telling everyone, this is the glory of Lord Ram. Lord Ram is the best. All this, they were saying that and then killing the demons right there and saying, this is for Lord Ram, this is for Lord Ram. And then the demons got bewildered and actually ran away from the battle. And when Ravan saw this and he saw all of his demons who are running away, this is in the first battle, he goes to all the demons, if any of you come into this city, he goes, which I have filled with so many luxuries and you've enjoyed for a long, long time, now is the time to prove why you deserve these luxuries. Any of you coming into the city, I'll kill you. So the demons were like, if we go this way, the monkeys will kill us. If we go this way, Ravan's going to kill us. They're like, it's better to die in the service, to see Lord Ram at least. So the demons came out to fight. So, like I mentioned, on the first day, one of Ravan's sons was killed, and Ravan became very angry and then came out to fight Lord Ram himself. And, hold on, let me just see, I'm going to read. Okay, so Ravan came out to face himself, Lord Ram, and he rebuked Lord Ram, and it's the beauty of Lord Ram. Let me find it. It mentions actually the beauty of Lord Ram, and the Lord is so beautiful. Hold on, let me get this. Okay, Lord Ram. So hold on. Lord Ram smiled and arose, caressing his arrow. The locks of his hair are firmly tied up in a bun, adoring his head, with beads of flowers interwoven in them, making them look glorious. Lord Ram has lovely reddish eyes and a bluish complexion like rain clouds. Delighting the eyes of the entire universe, he fastened his quiver to the cloth around his waist and took his formidable bow, Sharang, in his hand. Lord Ram is adorned with his sarang bow and a beautiful quiver filled with an inexhaustible stock of arrows. Tightly fastened to his waist, he has strong muscular arms and a charming broad chest, adorned with the footprint of the sage Bhrigu. So Bhrigu Muni, when he kicked Lord Vishnu in the chest, that footprint was there. So Lord Ram has that too. So Tulsidas narrates that when the Lord began to caress his bow and arrow with his hands, the entire cosmos, along with the elephants guarding the 10 directions, the divine tortoise, the serpent god Sheshnag, upon whom the cosmos rests, the earth and all its oceans began to tremble. He's just holding the bow. He's just going to pick up the bow. Everyone starts shaking. That's Lord Ram. On one hand, he's the most handsome, most beautiful, most muscular. and on the other hand, he's going into battle. And he said, as Ravan was looking at Lord Ram fighting, he was so enchanted with the Lord's beauty, and he actually thought, my God, the Lord is so beautiful. And he's going there to try and fight him. And it said that Lord Ram had specks of blood over his, just little specks of blood, which increased his beauty even more. Someone giving a class in the kitchen. So on that first day, Ravan started to fight with Lord Ram very, very strongly, thinking, let me end it before it starts. And Lord Ram very, very easily disarmed Ravan, killed his charioteer, smashed his chariot, cut his flag, destroyed all of his weapons. And Ravan himself was completely unarmed. And it's said actually at that time, hold on, let me get it right. At that time, Jambavan, who he had said, who was this old monkey going to do, Jambavan came and kicked him in the chest extremely hard and knocked him unconscious. Because he was saying that the members of the Lord Ram's army were old and infirm and not good fighters and stuff. He went in quickly, his charioteer took him into the thing, and he berated the charioteer afterwards because he'd lost consciousness. So this happened many, many times to Ravan. So Meganath realized very quickly that he needed to get involved straight away. So Meganath, it wasn't in the serials, you see, it took him days and days to get him. No. He was right there from the start. And it said that when Meganath came and started killing so many demons, Hanumanji actually challenged Meganath to a fight. And it said Meganath didn't approach Hanumanji because he knew his strength, so he kept avoiding him. Because he'd seen how strong Hanumanji was. He just thought, no, I'm not going to pick a fight with him. And it said that Meganath then came to Lord Ram, and it said Meganath then approached Lord Raghupati and hurled every kind of abuse at him. He launched all types of weapons, both those activated with spells and deadly in nature, at Sri Ram. The Lord, in a playful act, cut them asunder before they could even reach. Seeing the valor of the Lord, the fool felt angry and frustrated. And then he began to practice his very illusory powers, much like a person holding a small snake does with antics with it, trying to scare the king of birds, Garud. So he's trying to do all these mystic arts to try and actually confuse the Lord. So this actually happened quite a few times. When the demons would get bested by Hanumanji, by Lord Ram, they would immediately resort to Maya tricks. So the kind of things they would do, Meganath and Ravan both did this. They would create duplicates of themselves first. So the demons would see next to them, Meganath everywhere. Then they would do other crazy things where they would create duplicates of Hanumanji. So across all the monkeys would see Hanumanji next to them, and they'd be like, I don't want to kill Hanumanji, so I can't fight. Then the demons there would kill the monkeys. And they would have he would create duplicates of Lord Ram everywhere. So the demons will be confused, the monkeys will be confused. So whenever this would happen, and sometimes they would create, like the sky would go all dark. So this what happened was, usually the monkeys are used to fighting till dusk, till the sun goes down. So the first day when the sun went down, the monkeys are like, oh great, we're done. And they're making their way back. The demons don't care about that. And in fact, they get stronger when it gets to the evening. So immediately, Meganath made a whole, like a meteorite thing in the sky. And it's coming down and raining fire and everything onto all the monkeys. And they're all freaking out like, oh my God, what's happening? And like so many arrows are being thrown from the sky. And they're running to Lord Ram saying, Lord Ram, save me, save me. And Lord Ram sees through all of this. So many times Lord Ram just sit and watch. And everyone else is bewildered. And Lord Ram just took one arrow. Every single time he would do it, just take one arrow, shoot it into the air, and all of the illusions would just disappear. So Lord Ram it's like trying to show, like you said, a magician showing magic tricks in front of Mayapati. So the Lord is saying, I'm Mayapati, you're trying to show me with these little tricks. So it said that Meganath tried his best, and he was fighting with Lakshman. And Lakshman
destroyed all of Meghnad's weapon and took him to the point of almost killing him. This is very early on. And Meghnad had this Shakti Astra, which he'd had. And so, out of desperation, he just threw that towards Lakshman. And it hit Lakshman in the chest, and Lakshman immediately became unconscious. And he fell thud on the ground, and it reverberated, because Lakshmanji is Sheshnag. So he doesn't just have normal, he has Sheshnag weight. And it said Sheshnag is supporting all the 14 planetary systems. So he's very, very heavy. So he landed on the earth, all the warriors almost fell on the floor. And Meghnad thought, right, I'm going to take him now and take him inside. So he went to pick up Lakshman, and obviously he's Sheshnag. He couldn't pick him up. And then Hanumanji came and just hit him with incredible, so look at this. So Hanumanji, the wind god, struck him with a powerful blow of his fist, causing him to fall agitated on the ground. So Meghnad left, and Hanumanji quickly picked up Lakshman and took him to Lord Ram. And when Lord Ram saw him, he immediately began crying. And Hanumanji said, I found, when I was going into Lanka, there's a doctor there called Sushen. Let me go and get him, he'll know what to do. So Hanumanji became very tiny and went into Lanka and found this doctor Sushen and took him out. And when he came there, he said, he saw Lakshmanji with this, the spear is in him. And he said, okay, we need to go and get this Sanjeevani Bhuti. So he told Hanumanji where to go and get him. Now, Ravan, this is, the fight has stopped at this point. So Ravan's got spies everywhere, and his spies tell him, look, this Vedya has come out and he's helping them. They've sent him to get this Sanjeevani. So Ravan went to see Kalnemi, who was staying in there. He said, Kalnemi, they're going to try and save Lakshman. I want you to go there and make a little fake hermitage and all that with your Maya, and then kill Hanumanji when he's there. And Kalnemi goes, Ravan, you're stupid. Give Sita back. He goes, why are you, look, you're getting beaten. He goes, take Sita and give her back to Lord Ram with ardor and respect. The Lord will spare you. And he said to Kalnemi the same thing he said to Marichi. Either die by my hands or die by Hanuman's hand. Is your choice. And Kalnemi thought, well, at least if I die by the servant of Lord Ram's hands, that's something. So quickly Kalnemi went and with his Maya made a hermitage. There's a nice lake next to it. And Hanumanji, because obviously they just had a full day's battle. So Hanumanji's flying there and he's a little bit tired. So he sees the hermitage, he thinks, oh, there's a nice lake there, I can take some water, rest a little bit. So he comes down, and Kalnemi is a nice sage at this point, so Hanumanji doesn't even recognize as a demon. And he said, and he starts saying the glories of Lord Ram. And he said, I've been meditating, and I know there's a big battle happening. And Hanumanji's like, oh yeah, there is. He goes, I've seen it with my Divya Drishti. He's pretending to be a sage. And he goes, Lord Ram's glories are amazing. He goes, if you go and bathe in this river here, I'll give you a mantra in which you'll be able to gain victory. And Hanumanji says, oh, this is very good. Okay. So he goes to bathe in the river, and a crocodile grabs him immediately. So Hanumanji kills this crocodile, and it changes into an apsara that had been cursed to be a crocodile there. And she says to Hanumanji, she says, thank you for freeing me from this curse. By the way, that's not a sage. That's Kalnemi, the demon. He goes, so deal with him and then carry on because he'll try to stop you. So Hanumanji goes to Kalnemi as a sage, and when he goes there and he goes, I'm going to give you the mantra now. He goes, no, wait. Hanumanji goes, I should give you Guru Dakshina first. And he goes, no. He goes, Guru Dakshina, don't worry. Lord Ram's glory is the Guru Dakshina. And he said, no. Let me give you Guru Dakshina first. The tail went round the back, wrapped around Kalnemi, and smashed him against a rock. He goes, there's your Guru Dakshina. So he's dead. And then Hanumanji immediately flies on. And as you know, he comes to the mountain. He can't see which one it is. So he just picks the entire mountain up and starts going. The place where the mountain is and where the fighting is happening, Ayodhya happens to come in between there. As he's flying over with the mountain, Bharat sees. And Bharat's heard there's some sort of commotion going on. And he thinks this is some demon coming. Maybe going to... And put it on for 8 minutes.
So, oh God, what was the thing? Okay, so Bharat sees Hanumanji flying and he shoots an arrow which immediately makes Hanumanji go unconscious. And he falls with the mountain on the floor. Hanumanji's passed out. And he's saying, Ram, 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 Ram. And immediately Bharat thinks, oh my God, must be some devotee of Lord Ram I've hit. And he tries to wake him up, he can't wake him up. And then he goes up to his ear and he says, if I'm ever the servant of Lord Ram and I've served him with all of my heart and soul, please make the result of that be, make this devotee wake up. And immediately Hanumanji woke up. And he said, he asked him, what's happening? He goes, is Lord Ram in trouble? And then he tells him everything that's going on. And Bharat's like, oh, what can I do? We can't go to him with aid. He's not supposed to get any help. And Bharat says to him, look, sit on my arrow and I'll shoot it and say the name of Lord Ram and it'll take you all the way there. And it said, Hanumanji chuckled a little bit and thought, your arrow can't support my weight. he goes, don't worry. He goes, Bharat, I will take your vow in my heart and I will go to Lord Ram myself. So immediately he takes Bharat's blessings and leaps with the mountain. He comes to where Lakshmanji is, and Sushen gets the herb, makes the thing, gives it to Lakshman. He's revived again, and then Hanumanji takes the mountain back. So when this happens, Ravan is shocked, thinking, oh, look, we almost had them. We almost had him. So he says to Kumbhakara, he goes, wake Kumbhakaran up now. It's been long enough. Many of his generals are being killed by various of the other monkeys. So Sugriva is killing some, Angad's killing some, and he realized these monkeys are formidable. They're not like simple monkeys. And he said, actually, Ravan even contemplated going to ask the other demons for help. Because he had previously conquered them, and some he hadn't even conquered. He actually reached out to them, please come and help. And one sadhu said once, I remember here, he said that from other dimensions, so many demons were pouring in from these dimensions. And the monkey was just continually killing them like this. And he said this was the way of exterminating the Rakshas race, because it'd become way too populated. They were messing up the universe. So they decided to wake up Kumbhakaran. And you know, Kumbhakaran sleeps for 6 months, wakes up for 1 day. This was not magically his day to wake up. It's not like they timed it such. They had to try and wake him up. So I remember the Ramanand Sagar episode. As some of you serve Guru Maharaj know, that episode, the entire 40 minutes was them trying to wake up Kumbhakaran. And I remember Guru Maharaj used to watch it, and then the next day, Guru Maharaj would say, put that same video in again. And I'd be like, 40 minutes of them banging drums and to wake up Kumbhakaran. But it's amazing there. These times with my Guru Maharaj, they're just priceless to me. So it took him a lot to wake up Kumbhakaran. And when they did wake him up, he said, oh, is it my time to wake up now? And they went, no, Ravan's in trouble. Eat something and come and go and meet Ravan. So Ravan, he went to see Ravan, and he actually, okay, hold on. Oh, no, one thing. So I missed one thing. So when Lakshman was unconscious, he said Lord Ram was crying just like an ordinary man. And people were astonished. Oh my God, Lord Ram's crying so much. And he went next to Lakshman's ear and he said, if I would have known that I would lose my brother in the attempt to get back my wife, I would not have tried to rescue Sita. And he said, if I would have known that I would lose my brother, I would have disobeyed my father's order to come to the forest. That's how much he loved Lakshman. He goes, actually he said that sons, wealth, wife, home, and family in this world repeatedly come and go, but real brothers cannot be had again. So knowing this truth, arise, dear brother. See this, how much affection Lord Ram had. So when Kumbhakaran was woken up, he goes to see Ravan, and like everyone else, berates him and says, what are you doing? What are you playing at? He goes, I'm reminded now of something Narad Muni told me, that in the future, Ravan will kidnap the goddess Lakshmi, and because of that, Lord Ram will incarnate in the humans, Lord Vishnu will incarnate and kill Ravan. He goes, but what's the point of telling you that now? You woke me up too late.
He goes, you've woken me up at the time when it comes to do this, so I guess it's my time to die. And he said when he actually went out to, on his way out, he saw Vibhishan. And Vibhishan was there, and he picked up Vibhishan in his hand, very similar to the Ramanan Saga. And Vibhishan said to him, he said, look, I tried to convince him, but he wouldn't listen to me, so I had to go and join Lord Ram. And Kumbhakaran, different to what's in the Ramanan Saga, he says to him, he goes, I'm glad you were able to do this. You've always been on the side of righteousness. He goes, it's good that you're there with Lord Ram. He goes, but I better put you down now because I've got the war. You know, they have this like, Kshatriyas have this bloodlust. Like he goes, right now, I'm in bloodlust. So I can only think of killing. He goes, so I can't distinguish between friend and foe. So you better get out of my way. And it said, we don't realize how, because we only used to seeing the Ramanan Saga series and others. Kumbhakaran was so massive. When he went, do you know in one handful, he would pick up 1 million monkeys. 1 million. He would shove in his mouth 1 million monkeys. He would crush under his feet. Can you imagine 1 million of these supergiant monkeys? Kumbhakaran would have been astronomically huge. So when the monkeys saw that, they thought it was death personified. They were like, what is this thing? And they immediately just ran away and they started fleeing. And it said, this is amazing. So at that point in time, the monkeys, there's 2 people that they would always call for help, Hanumanji and Angad. So they would say, Hanumanji, save us, Angad, save us. So Hanumanji jumped. And here goes, thereupon Hanumanji, the son of the wind god, struck him with a powerful blow of his fist, calling Kumbhakaran to fall agitated on the ground. Shaken and frustrated, Kumbhakaran began to beat his head. Rising again, he hit Hanumanji back with such a force that Hanumanji took a twirl and fell unconscious on the ground. After that, Kumbhakaran tossed Nal and Neel to the ground and began knocking down monkey warriors all over the battlefield. The monkey army started fleeing in extreme fear. No one dared face Kumbhakaran. He's that powerful. And it said Sugriv tried to fight him, and Kumbhakaran dashed him against the floor, made him unconscious, and then just carried him in his hand and started going back towards Lanka. Because he thought, if I capture, like they tried to do in Mahabharata, capture Yudhishthira, Pandavas will submit. So this is what he did with Sugriv. And he goes, Sugriv became conscious again halfway through, bit his hand, and he went, ah. Sugriv leapt up with his mace and chopped off Kumbhakaran's nose and ears. And he said, Kumbhakaran went like this and went, oh my God, I haven't got any nose or ears. And he goes, he's already super ugly. And when he turned around, all the monkeys were more scared of him because he looked more ferocious without a nose and ear. They thought, oh my God, what's happened to this guy? And then he came at the monkeys and just started crushing them. And it said that he actually started to come at Ram and Lakshman. And he, first of all, picked up a huge mountain with one arm. I was going to throw it at Lord Ram. So Lord Ram chopped that arm off. Then he picked another mountain with the other arm. Lord Ram chopped this one off. And he said with his open mouth, he came to, remember, 1 million monkeys. It's not just a mouth. This will probably look like the size, fill the whole sky up. And he said Lord Ram shot unlimited arrows into that mouth. And it totally filled up his mouth. But he just kept coming. So he just looked like this huge face full of arrows coming at Lord Ram. So immediately Lord Ram chopped his head off. And he said that head he chopped landed in front of Ravan. He sent it and it landed right in front of Ravan. And Ravan was shocked, like, oh my God. And his body was so huge, as it was falling, he was killing unlimited number of monkeys. And the monkeys were like, we're dying, so please, Lord, do something. So Lord Ram shot one more arrow that split Kumbhakaran's body in half, and it went and landed in the ocean that was there. Because even dying, he was killing so many of the warriors. So after that, Ravan was absolutely just destroyed, thinking, I was depending on Kumbhakaran.
And Meganath said, look, don't worry now. I don't have to tell you how good I am. Tomorrow, watch what happens. He goes, I don't have to tell you how good I am. Just watch tomorrow what's going to happen. So Meganath comes out the next day and he starts fighting with Ram and Lakshman so ferociously. He takes one of his arrows that turns into serpents. He said it says it in the Ramayana that it turned into serpents, and when he shot it, the serpents multiplied and totally surrounded Lord Ram. They completely surrounded Lord Ram, and Lord Ram immobilized because it's basically Nagbash, but it turns into loads of small snakes that just looped around Lord Ram's body. And he said that the army of Lord Ram immediately became, oh my God, the Lord is like incapacitated. They all started fleeing like anything. And it said quickly, Naraji went to see Guruji and Guruji came down and started to peck away at the Nagbash. And in that time, Hanumanji and Hanumanji and Lakshman were fighting against Meganath. So Lord Ram was able to be freed by Guruji from this. And you know the whole thing about Garg Pashundi and everything that happens afterwards with Guruji. He's thinking, how can this be my Lord? And so Lord Ram then starts to fight, and Meganath is there, and Meganath again hits Lakshman with the Shakti Astra. You don't know this, it happened twice. So he hits him, it goes into Lakshman's chest, and Lakshman falls on the floor. And Lord Ram just comes up to him, and he says in his ear, you're Sheshnag. You carry the whole universe on your hoods. This is nothing for you. And as he said this, Lakshman opened his eyes, and the Shakti Astra just vanished. And then he got up thinking, I am Sheshnag. And he just carried on fighting. He was like, the actual arrow just vanished. So at that point, Ravan, he had seen, God, I've done so many things which would kill anyone else. This is not working. So I correct myself from yesterday. Meganath hadn't used that divine chariot yet that he had propagated from Lord Brahma. So he said to his father, tomorrow, don't worry, I'll kill them both. If I do this yajna for Nikumbala Devi, I will become immortal. And the chariot that I get, I've been promised by Lord Brahma, if I'm sitting on this with that quiver, I'm invincible, because tomorrow I'll kill them both. So he goes there and starts this yajna in the middle of the night. And this battle wasn't like Mahabharata. It was fought 24 hours a day. There was no stoppages, no at the end of play, we'll stop at sunset. And it said there was a river of blood flowing through the battlefield. And the demons and the monkeys would fight on either side of it. It was, because imagine the amount of people it was a river of blood flowing through the middle because of the fierce battle. So Meganath went to do this yajna, and Kumbhakaran goes, Lakshman, you better come quickly. Hanumanji, Angad, everyone come. If he does this yajna, we're finished. So when they went there, it said Meganath was doing his yajna, and the monkeys came to disrupt him, and he said, you know what they were actually trying to get him to do? It wasn't putting out the fire or anything like that. In a yajna performance, if you stand up in halfway through the sacrifice is considered broken. If you stand up. So what they were actually trying to get him to do was stand up. So the monkeys were there trying to do all this, disturbing him and stuff. He was just beating them off with one hand, doing the yajna with the others, and just not getting up. And then it said that they actually, so they did something so bad that he got annoyed and just got up and chased the monkeys away. And because he got up, he suddenly realized, oh, damn it, the sacrifice is finished now. So he thought, forget this, I'm just going to go and kill these people. So as he goes out, he sees Lakshman standing there. And he thinks, oh, okay, this is an ambush. So he's literally using all of his mystic power, everything to fight Lakshman. And Lakshman, because he remembers halfway through that he's Sheshnag, he thinks, okay, enough's enough, time to finish him. So he takes out the arrow himself, I think of Agni, and just shoots him in the chest. And as he's dying, he actually says, so
where he's dying, he's saying, "Where is the younger brother of Ram? Where is Ram?" Meganath exhaled his last breath hearing this. And Angad and Hanuman praised Meganath, saying, "Blessed indeed is your mother," as her son took the names of Ram and Lakshman before dying. So you can see even Meganath dying, saying, "Where is Ram? Where is this Lakshman? Where is Ram?" And he died saying Ram. And it said that Lakshman had shot this, and Meganath's body ended up right in front of Ravan. So Ravan is finished at this point. His main source of strength was Meganath. So the next day, as he is going to go, Ravan knows he's finished. Mandodari has reprimanded him so much. And he said, Ravan is so full of pride, even after seeing himself get destroyed, his pride comes up again and he goes, "Do you know who you're talking to? I'm Ravan. I've conquered the 4 directions." He goes, "Don't worry, I'll be fine tomorrow." And Mandodari's like, "All of your generals are dead. Everyone's dead. Why are you so confident?" He goes, "I don't need you. Don't worry." And he said Ravan didn't sleep that night, but he was pumping himself up saying, "Yes, tomorrow I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it." And as he comes out on the last day, there's nobody left except for him. Oh, one thing. This is hilarious. So when, well, not hilarious, but when Meganath is killed, and Mandodari and the other mothers are having a go at Ravan, saying, "This is all your fault." He said, "The 10-headed Ravan then consoled all the women in many ways, saying, 'This entire world is perishable. Perceive and realize this fact in your heart.'" And he said, Ravan lectured them on spiritual knowledge, though he was a dull-witted. His stories were sacred and pious. The world is full of individuals who are great at lecturing others, but who practice what they preach are very rare. So he's saying, even though Ravan was giving all this bharshan, the ladies were like, you don't do any of this stuff. You're telling us all this, but it doesn't mean anything. And so the ladies weren't impressed with what he was saying, even though he was trying to give them this lecture. So the next day, Ravan went out himself. And so it says here, when Ravan came out and started firing arrows at all of the demons, it says, fitting arrows to the 10 bows in his 20 arms, he discharged a barrage of arrows. The volley of arrows flew like winged serpents, striking the monkeys. The ground, the sky, along with the 10 directions were filled with arrows. Where could the monkeys and bears go? There was a wild uproar, and the army of bears and monkeys cried in distress, "O Raghuvir, O ocean of mercy, O friend of the suppliant, O savior of your devotees, O Hari, remover of pain of your servants, please help us." So Lakshman then thought, the monkeys are suffering, I'm going to come and face Ravan. So it said, Lakshman then faced Ravan, and Ravan discharged fierce arrows towards Lakshman, but Lakshman cut all of them into hundreds of pieces. Ravan then hurled millions of missiles and weapons at Lakshman, but he foiled them by reducing them to particles as small as sesame seeds. That's how Lakshman fought. Lakshman once again assailed Ravan with his arrows, destroying Ravan's chariot and slaying his charioteer. Lakshman hit Ravan's 10 heads with 100 arrows in each head, as if serpents were boring their way into mountain peaks. Again, Lakshman hit Ravan with 100 arrows in his chest, causing him to fall unconscious upon the ground. And so this is, you can see even Lakshman is fighting Ravan very nicely. So after that point, Ravan starts to fight Lord Ram. And it says Lord Ram cuts all of Ravan's head off. As he's cutting each head, they all go into the sky and just stay there. So he's, you know, you saw in Roman Saga when the heads go up and they used their old special effects from like the 80s, and it looks really weird. It just looks like they had just put them next to each other, but that's from the Ramayana. They all hovered in the head. So Lord Ram's continually shooting the heads off Ravan, and nothing's happening. They all just keep, because remember, as he was offering his heads to Lord Shiva gave him the boon, for every one head I give you, 1 million you'll have in return. So can you imagine the Lord shooting these heads off and off and off? 1 million per head. He's got 10 heads. It's 10 million. So the Lord shooting millions and millions of his heads are everywhere. And the demons are confused like, all is seeing everywhere, just Ravan's heads everywhere. And he said at this point, Sita Mata was in the Ashok Vatika, and Trijata comes to visit her. And she says to Trijata that I've heard that Ravan can't be killed. All these heads are being shot off, but he is not dying. And Sita Mata says, is this my fault? And Trijata tells a secret to him and said, the Lord Ram can kill him by hitting him in his chest, but he knows you are in there. Because Ravan's meditating on you, he daren't shoot an arrow in the chest because it will kill you then. So he said, the Lord knows I need to shoot Ravan in his chest to kill him. Sorry, let me just stretch a little bit. Maybe, yeah. Oh, God, I've gone so late. So we're coming to the end. He's almost going to die soon. So... I thought that might happen. I know. I'll do it standing up. So, call the Sushena, yeah, doctor. So, then where did I get up to? Yeah, so he's going to fight. Oh, the heads. So the heads are all coming off. So Sita Mata's in Ravan's heart because he's thinking of her all the time. So Lord Ram knows he has to shoot in the heart of Ravan to kill him, but he can't do it because it will kill Sita Mata. So Vibhishan whispers in Lord Ram's ear, in Ravan's navel is a pot of nectar. And because of that, his heads are regenerating over and over again. If you dry up that nectar, he will momentarily lose focus and stop thinking about Sita Mata. So the Lord fires this Agni arrow and it evaporates all of the nectar. Ravan immediately gets dazed and forgets about Sita momentarily. In that second, Lord Ram shoots 10 arrows and hits all 10 of Ravan's heads off, and the heads are taken all the way in front of Mandodari. So she sees 10 heads of Ravan suddenly appear in front of her. And Ravan, as he's dying, he says, "Where is Ram? Where is Ram?" as he's dying. So he says the name of Lord Ram. And he said, even with him and Kumbhakaran, when they died, the soul came out of the body and went straight into Lord Ram's mouth. So straight into his body. So Ravan gets killed and his body falls on and creates incredible vibration. And so Lord Ram has killed, all the monkeys are happy, and they take Sita Mata and reunite her with Lord Ram. Sorry, it ran a bit long, but I hope you all enjoyed it.
Did you all enjoy that? Let's have a round of applause. Yes, thank you. So you can see yesterday Vidhu Prabhu sort of read from the Ramayana, and then we asked Guru Sevak, and he read. I saw him earlier on. I wanted to talk about something. Is I'm preparing for the class. Can we talk about this later? So it was serious, but you can see this is the result. Beautiful class. I can't believe it that in this little temple we have so many devotees. You know, they prepare themselves so it's authentic narrations of the Leela of the Lordship. So there's so many new people here, welcome. And yesterday we had the Dussehra Mahotsav, and today is Ekadashi, and we glorified Lord Ram. And these Leelas are actually very potent. They are historical, they might have happened in the past, but they are alive even now. So as you're hearing, Lord Ram is killing loads of your demons within you and purifying you, so you can, just like Ravan said Ram's name, and Meghnad did, we also remember Lord Ram at the last minute. Antakale chamame smaran muktava klevaram. So as you leave your body, you think of Ram or Krishna, and that's your human life is success. So if you'd like to stand up now, we're going to do Aarti. Thank you very much. Jai Ho, and then there'll be prasadam afterwards. Got it? All set to
Jayo Sachinandana Jayo Nitai Chand Sachinandana Jayo Nitai Chand Jayo Sachinandana Jayo Nitai Chand Sachinandana Jayo Nitai Chand Ki Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Aroti ko Shobha Ki Jayo Gaura Chande Aroti ko Shobha
Jayo Gaura Chande Aroti Shobha
Janami tatavane Jag manolova Daki anitai cha Bame gadadara
Daki Nitai Cha Bame Gadagada
Nikaite ai dvaita shrini Vasa chatradhara
Nikate Advaita Shrini Satratradara
Doshi ache gauracha Ratna simsane
Bashi Ache Gauracha Ratna Singasane
Aroti orena Brahma Adi devagane
Aroti Kore Na Brahma Adi Devakane
Nara Hari Adi Kori Chamara Dulaya
Nara Hari Adi Kori Chamara Dulaya
Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Goshadigaya
Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gaushadikaya
Shankha baje ganta baje baje kartala
Shankha baje ganta baje baje kartala
Madhura maradanga baje paramarsala
Madhura maradanga baje paramarsala
O Shankha baje Ganta baje Madhur 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 baje
Shankha baje Gantha baje Madhur 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 baje
O Shankha baje Ganta baje Madhur 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 baje
Shankha baje
Ganta baje
Madhur 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 baje
O madhur 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 baje
Madhur 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 baje
O madhur 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 baje
Madhur 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 baje
Nittai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaura Hari Bol
Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaura Hari Bol
Oh Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Oh Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadan Ujjvala
Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Ujjvala
Dala Dese Vahana Mala Kore Jalamala
Gala Dese Vanamala Kore Jalamala
Shiva Sukhanarada Preme Gadagada
Shiva Sukhanarada Preme Gadagada
O Bhakti Vinoda Dekhe Gorara Sampada
Bhakti Vinoda Dekhe Gaura Sampada
Deva Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Aroti Kushobha
Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Aroti Kashobha
O Janami Tatavane Jagamanuloba
Janavitavane Jagamanaloba
O Gaurange Aroti Shobha Jaga Janamanoloba
Gaurange Aroti Shobha Jaga Janamana
O Gaurange Aroti Shobha Jaga Janamanoloba
Gaurange Aroti Shobha Jaga Janamana Loba
O Jaga Janamanoloba
Jaga Janamana
Manolova
Gajana Manalova
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nita Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nita Gaura Hari Bol
Oh Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Oh Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur
Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur
Namayom Vishnu Padhaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine
Namayom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachadini Nirvishesha Shunyavadhi Paschatya Dashatarini Prabhupada Prabhupada Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, I go. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Bol, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Oh, Gaura Hare,
Gaura Hare.
Oh, Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare,
Upadinandana Gaura Hare.
Oh, Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare,
Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare.
Oh, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram,
Jayo Krishna,
Jayo Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram.
Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram.
Oh, Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare,
Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare.
Oh, Vishnu Priya Pranadana Nadiya Bihare. Oh, Jayo Sachinandana Gaura Hare, Jayo
Nandana Gaura Hare.
Oh, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram,
Nityananda Nam, Jayo Nityananda Nam.
Jayo Nitya Gauranga,
Nitya Gauranga.
Nitya Gauranga.
Nitya Gauranga.
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me.
Nath Swami Nayana Pathagami Baba tume.
Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath,
Jai Jagannath, Swami Jagannath.
Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Swami Jagannath.
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami, Pavatume.
Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami, Nayana Pathagami, Baba Tume.
Jayo Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Swami Jagannath.
Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Swami Jagannath.
Jayo Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra.
Jayo Baladev, Jayo Subhadra, Jayo Baladev, Jayo Subhadra.
Jayo Sudarshan, Jai Sudarshan, Jai Sudarshan, Rakshama.
Jayo Sudarshan, Jayo Sudarshan, Jayo Sudarshan, Rakshama.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Madhava Bol, Jai Jai Radha Madhava Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Madhava Bol, Jai Jai Radha Madhava Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Giridhari Bol, Jai Jai Radha Giridhari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Giridhari Bol, Jai Jai Radha Giridhari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Madhusudan Bol, Jai Jai Radha Madhusudan Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Madhusudan Bol, Jai Jai Radha Madhusudan Bol.
Jayo Mani Ma, Mani Ma, Mani Ma, Jayo Mani Ma.
Jayo ma jayo, mani ma jayo, mani ma jayo, mani ma.
Raghunandan Raghava Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare.
Raghunandana Raghava Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare.
Raghunandan Raghava Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare.
Raghunandana Raghava Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare.
Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare.
Siya Rama Hare
Siya Rama Hare
Siya Rama Hare
Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare Siya Rama Hare. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jagat Guru.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jagat Guru.
Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jagat Guru.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jagat Guru.
Jayo Gurudev, Jayo Gurudev, Gurudev. Jai Gurudev, Patite Pavon.
Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev. Jaya Gurudev, Patita Pavan.
Gora Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaur,
Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaur,
Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Oh Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Oh Nitago, 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 Nitago,
Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur.
Gaura Premanande.
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गुरु परंपरा की जय। सर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री श्री सच्चिदानंद निताय चांद की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय हो। ISKCON Coventry की जय। परम आराध्य पतित पावन श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर ब्रह्मानंदी। All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to श्रील प्रभुपाद and गुरु महाराज की जय हो, जय हो, जय हो।
Hare Krishna, welcome. I hope you enjoyed that. There was an amazing class, very vivid description of that battle. I could sense myself being almost there as each scene was being described. Fantastic. This is what this temple is about, that every event in the year, we would like to remember that event and throw light on it so everybody appreciates the deeper meaning of each of those leelas of the Lordships. So right now we'll do Nasing Aati, the children will sing, and please remember people you are aware of in your family friend circle who may need some blessing from Lord Nrsimhadev if for illness and other things.
Also Ukraine and Middle East.
Yeah, I mean, as I always say in my list, I used to say for the various difficult situations around the world, natural and man-made, because even the hurricanes and the fires and the earthquakes, and it's just endless, and they get bigger. So-called once-in-a-century storms are coming every year now. Prakriti, Mother Nature is fighting back, saying enough is enough. Change your behavior. Yes, we have started now to make better use of the TV screens. So the songs, the bhajans we sing will be appearing on there. And if somehow we forget, please somebody point out to us and we'll make sure it goes up. Hare Krishna.
Namaste Narasingaya Namaste Narasingaya. Pradaladaine Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaya. Silatankanakalaye Shilatankanakalaye. Ito nasimho parato nasimho. Ito nasingo parato nasingo. Yeto yeto yami tato nasimho. Yeto yeto yami tato nasingo. Pahe nasimho ritaye nasimho. Pahe nasingo ritaye nasingo. Narsimhadev Sarana Prabhadev. Narsimhadev Sarana Prabhadev. Javakara Kamalavare Nakama Bhuta Singaya. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Brengai Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagatisha Hare. Jai Jagatisha Hare. Jai Jagatisha Hare. Jai Kamalavare Naka Adbhuta Shingaya. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Brengai Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jagatisha Hare. Jaya Jagatisha Hare. Jaya Jagatisha Hare. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagatisha Hare. Jaya Jagatisha Hare. Jaya Jagatisha Hare. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagatisha Hare. Jaya Jagatisha Hare. Jaya Jagatisha Hare. Narsimhadev Jayo 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 Pralambara 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 Jayo Pralambara. Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitya Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Nitya Gora Hari Bol Nitya Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Nitya Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Bhagavan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Prabhupada ki, Guru Maharaj ki, Nitai Gaur Prem Hari Hari Bol.